Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp, Chime, ShipStation, Mint, and Care Of for sponsoring this episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to You Can Sit With Us. This is Matt, joined by...
It was so good.
Audio
It was so good. Seriously. Are we listening to NPR? I felt like I was listening to NPR.
Thank you. That was my NPR voice. Thank you.
You crushed it.
This is Matt, and I'm sitting here with Ariel.
Yes, I'm also sitting here. Hello.
With Becky.
I'm sitting here too.
And our pick set, Rainie. Thank you.
And you can sit with us
You
as
can sit with
well.
us as well.
Yes.
Love it.
So
That's
glad
what
you're
we're here
joining
for.
us. So
We've got
excited.
another exciting episode for you guys
Ooh,
because we're actually
thrilling,
going to
riveting.
continue from an older episode where we were in our jammy jams. We had some
slumber
fun,
party.
Slumber party. We had some fun games that Rainie came up with that we didn't get a chance to go through. So now we're going to jump back in with a very fun game called Would You Rather? Would you rather go to the past and meet your ancestors or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
You either way, you're doing it to try to influence your own life, right? Like you could go back in the past to influence your ancestors to change how your current life is, or you would go to the future to figure out what's in the future to help change your current life, like lotto numbers or things you could make a lot of money. Like, so I feel like either way, you're it's kind of selfish because you're trying to change your own position.
Yeah, but if you had to pick one because the
I feel
game's
like it would be more
Would you
fun.
rather?
I feel like it'd be more fun to go see your ancestors or like,
Okay.
when your like grandparents or your great grandparents were like young or something, right? Because you never knew them
that's
that
cute.
way, right?
true.
It's like kind of fun to think about and to see where the future people like you don't even have a concept to them because they don't exist yet.
Right.
True.
I also
Love
feel
that,
like
Ariel.
I also feel like you can't be disappointed by going into the past.
Mm.
You know, because it's already happened.
I mean, everyone in this room's pretty white, so I feel like we'd be real disappointed with some choices.
I was
that
going to
our
say, you probably don't know
ancestors
everything
were
about them.
Well, I guess what I mean is when I imagine going into the future and seeing my like future great grandkids, like what if they're huge dicks? And they like
But wouldn't that influence you to change something about like how you're raising your kids now?
honestly, I'm doing my best and
You just don't want to know.
I just don't want to like if
The world's ended. Bye.
if like 100 years, if 3 generations down the line, my great grandkids are like awful. I don't really want to know that.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, fair.
I don't really want to know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my very best to raise the very best kids, and I don't know what I would change. It would just give me anxiety. It would just make me stressed out that I couldn't do anything right. But going back into the past, it would just be like a little snippet of like, oh, this is where this came from, and this is where this came from. Things that have already happened. And I'm assuming that if you go back into the past, Rainie, please make sure that we're telling this right. I'm assuming it's not like a butterfly effect type of thing where you can't change the past.
You're suddenly not born.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how I assumed it was.
It's just like watching a video.
What would you do,
Watching
Becky?
a home video.
I'm
Where
going
would
in
you
the
go?
future, baby.
What?
Leave the past in the past.
What are you going to find in the future? What are you looking for? What are you searching for?
One, I want to know if we live underwater now.
Yeah, fair.
We are in Waterworld.
I would like to know, like, do our great-great-grandchildren, like, live in a world that's on fire? Or is it, like,
I think it's called Mars.
a nice world? Yeah,
but
they
what
live
if-
in space.
What if it is on fire? Then are you going to come back and like do anything different?
Yes, I would, like, quit my job and become, like, a lobbyist for good,
Interesting.
I think is what I would do. I would, like, yeah.
Should
I would
plant
probably
more
become like a
trees.
radical. I would like live under like on the fringe and like try and destroy BP from the inside.
You're like, leave
Protester.
no trace.
Yeah.
Leave no trace that we were here.
Yeah.
The protester.
I think that's what I would do.
I feel like the next one. Are we ready for the next one?
Oh, we're ready for the next one. Yeah. What's the next one, Matthew?
Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
I think I'd rather only be able to whisper because I think shouting is very like off-putting and it's like very hard to have a conversation if someone's shouting at you. Like, could you imagine if like a server came over and they're like, what would you like to eat? And you're like, I want wine. I want steak. It would be very difficult. Whereas like whispering, I feel like is a lot easier and it's like kind of, you know, a little softer.
Sexy.
It's sexy. Yeah.
Can be, yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be a little easier. Also, fun story. I waited on Bruce Willis once, and he only whispered. He would never say anything to me about this. It was so. I like had to kneel to listen to him.
Maybe that's what he wanted.
He
He wanted you on your knees, Becky.
Matt, Jesus,
Not
Good
you.
not you. But yeah, I feel like shouting is off-putting, whereas like whispering is a little like better for everyone.
Interesting. What if? Okay, let's change the scenario a little bit. What if?
Oh boy,
everybody shouted?
no, I don't. I would like. That would not be a world I could exist in.
Becky's blood pressure just went up here.
It wouldn't be for me. It wouldn't be. Could you imagine you couldn't tell a secret? No secret.
That's true.
You could still like write, you know?
Find the guy who
That's
finds
no
the
fun.
loophole over here.
What would you do, Ariel? Shout or whisper?
Whisper, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I feel like living with a 3-year-old is kind of like living with somebody who only shouts. You know, like,
That's
I want wine.
Yeah.
That just made me think like, yeah, okay. I don't love that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Matt, are you the same? Because then you wouldn't be able to yell at your dogs.
Well, I think megaphones in this world would still exist. So, you know, you could really use something that could help amplify your voice, right?
You just sound like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
No.
Or you could just find a recording.
Find a whisper.
Yeah.
Oh, find a recording.
You can find a recording of someone yelling at them for you, and then you can
That's
just
pretty
play
good.
it, you know?
That's how you discipline them. Love it. I think that's a great way to do it.
Would you rather live by Hakuna Matata or YOLO?
What does Hakuna Matata mean again?
Hakuna Matata is like
No worries.
no worries for the
No
rest
worries.
of your days.
It means just lifetime of no worries. Like, I think
No
the two are the
anxiety.
same thing.
It's a problem-free philosophy.
Oh, here we go.
Hakuna Matata.
When YOLO is you,
only
only
live
live
once.
once. So I feel like YOLO is sort of like aggressive living your best life. And Hakuna Matata is like passive living your best life.
Yeah.
I feel like Hakuna Matata is more like, just don't worry about things, it's going to work out. Where YOLO is like more active, where you're really
It's
just
like,
being like,
yeah,
I'm
making
doing
the
this.
best at everything. Yeah.
Because I only am living once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm more Hakuna Matata because I like to not stress about things. You know, where YOLO is a little too extreme. And I hope that I can live more than one life, you know, be reincarnated, come back.
Yeah.
There you go. Matt just,
Beautiful.
he doesn't agree with the like tenets of YOLO. He's like, you don't only live once.
He's like, you
There
live
are multiple
lives.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
Love
knows?
that. Oh.
Who
It's
knows?
true. It's true.
Yeah.
Do you believe that we are reincarnated as people or as animals?
I don't know if I believe in either, but I would hope that we could come back as people again.
Right. Do you think that it's based on like how good you are in your life? Because that's
don't
like
know.
the,
They're like, I feel like
That's
you're
like the karmatic-
Spanish Inquisition,
that's
like
the- I
secret
think-
Christianity
I know.
question.
No. This is
is
I
like
think
very
that's like the
karmatic.
karma thing.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
is if you like do good in this life, then you come back in the next one as like a better situation. You know, so like if you're an asshole, you're gonna come back as a cockroach. You know, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's also hard because it's like, who's saying what's good or bad? Because our idea of what's good is different than what past generations' idea of
That's
good is.
fair.
Too, right? So maybe it's all just like chance and you're just,
It's Hakuna Matata.
it's a Hakuna Matata. Don't worry about it.
What about you, Becky?
I'm YOLO, ride or die, baby.
Ride or die.
know. You only live once.
I see that.
We
Get
don't
crazy.
know where we'll end up in the world. We don't know. You know, there could be things beyond our control, but I'm not ready to hitch my boat to any of those, you know, prescribed ideals.
Interesting.
I'll go with the flow, but only live once. Yeah. I'm going to take an experience
She
if it
wants
comes
one
up.
and done.
One and done
I feel like I'm a little bit of both, but if I had to choose one, which is the game,
is the game.
probably YOLO.
YOLO.
Yeah. What do you guys think I would choose? Because like my brain goes, it like truly is ping-ponging back and forth between the two.
I feel like you're more like YOLO.
You feel like I'm more
I feel like
YOLO?
you're more
I
YOLO.
feel like
Yeah.
you're more
Okay.
YOLO.
So maybe Hakuna Matata is really just what I think in my brain.
Yeah. The Hakuna Matata of it all. Okay. This one's so scary. Would you rather experience the world's beginning or ending?
Oh.
I feel like
That
neither
one's
is a
deep.
good choice because I feel like a lot of them are like temperatures and environments that we would not be able to
Extremely
exist in, right?
dangerous.
So,
Streams. Yeah.
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 And I mean, when the world first started, it's like molten lava and stuff. And then when it ends, it's probably just going to be, I don't know, maybe probably really cold. Aren't we just all like drifting into nothing?
Yeah.
How do you
I
think the
we're
world's
going to
gonna
get
end?
cold?
Well, the
sun's
universe
gonna
is
die.
ever expanding. So we're just going to get further and further and further away. So
the
everything's
sun.
just going to get colder and colder. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I've always thought that the world was going to end in like a very drastic way. You know, like an Armageddon type of thing.
Asteroid.
Yeah, like an asteroid. I don't know. I imagine an asteroid. Like when I think about that question, I think about I just imagine that like the side note of that question was that you would experience this in like a vessel of some kind, right? You'd just be watching it from your spaceship. And in that case, I feel like the end of the world might be kind of interesting.
So fatalist.
Oh.
But then would you go with the end of the world? Then it's over. You're done.
No,
The world's gone.
then I would just fly
would be
away.
you.
I would fly away to
No, you
my
have to
home in the
experience
sky.
the world's beginning or experience it ending.
Yeah,
Wait, tell me more about us getting farther and farther away.
yeah, the universe is constantly expanding.
Is it like
So
a
over
proven
time, we're
thing
all
that
getting further.
that we have gotten farther away from the sun?
I think so. I think
Really?
everything's getting further apart. Like everything's.
Interesting. Is that why Pluto just got knocked off the map?
No.
It just got too far
It didn't
away.
get knocked off. They just decided it wasn't a planet anymore.
That
They were like, doesn't fit our qualifications. Changed their mind.
that changed my whole life.
When
When
they said
Pluto
Pluto
was
wasn't
deleted?
a planet. When it was deleted.
because it was
the glitch in the Matrix.
it was at that time, like I think I was in like middle school or high school when Pluto got knocked off the planet list. I was really into astrology. And guess what my planet was?
Was it Pluto?
It was Pluto. So I was like, do I not
Your
exist?
Your planet.
Yeah, the IAU, the International Astronomical Union, downgraded the status of Pluto to that of dwarf planet. This means that from now on, only the rocky worlds of the inner solar system and the gas giants of the outer solar system will be designated as planets. I don't know what that means.
I feel like I
Life-changing.
don't really want to know how the world ends. So then I would choose happy end just so I could know.
Yeah.
But do you know how the world began?
It's supposed to be the Big Bang.
A Big Bang.
you know?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what science tells us.
A pop.
It happened that fast. And then would you stick around and watch like humans crawl out of the muck?
I mean, if we're fast forwarding billions of years, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if in your spaceship you didn't age?
It's a long time to be in your spaceship.
I know.
What if you were sleeping?
What if you had a really good book?
It was like a dream.
What if you had the entire series of Court of Thorn and Roses? And you could just read them over and over and over.
It was like purgatory.
Be trapped. Trapped. I love that. I think I'm on Matt's side.
Beginning.
Beginning.
Wait,
for
Matt
sure.
said end.
I don't always
That's the
get that.
beginning.
You said beginning.
You said
I'm
end.
so confused. You're right. I did say end.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one's gross. Would you rather be smacked in the face with a fish or farted on?
was like the Amanda show. The knock joke.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The Amanda show.
Well, this kind of assumes that we have never experienced these things before.
That's true.
I feel like you would have to be like the worst flatulence you've ever smelled. Like,
Yeah. It's got to be bad, and like immediate bad.
And also like right in your face.
Yeah.
Like sitting on your face type of fart.
Yeah. I'd rather
I would
be
choose
slapped
fish.
by fish. Yeah.
I would choose fish because the fart makes it, those particles are going to be going into your body and then through your lungs and then back out.
Ew.
Where the
They're
fish is
traveling.
just on your skin and fish oil is good for your skin.
Yeah. As long as the fish like didn't have to die to do that to me. As long as the fish was like already dead.
Fish could be alive too.
Yeah.
It did not specify dead fish.
Well, I don't want to traumatize the fish. Just gonna get yanked out and it's like, I touched a woman. And then it goes back into its ocean
Hey,
world.
YOLO.
God.
You know, the fish might feel
YOLO.
that way. The fish might be like, I touched a woman.
touched a lady.
You're not going to believe what just happened to me.
True.
What about you, Ariel? Fish or fart?
Oh, I think Matt's description. And yeah, it really just made me feel like I wanted fart particles in my lungs. No, absolutely fish. Absolutely fish.
Yeah.
But it would have to be like a soft fish. You know, like there are some really hard fishes.
So, they are? I feel like they're kind of the same, aren't they?
No, some of them like swordfish are really hard, and I don't know. Just imagining, and or like a frozen fish. Like no, I would not want to be hit by a frozen fish. I would like a warm fish, please.
I actually feel like a frozen fish might be better because you wouldn't smell it as much.
I just wanted
You
to get
don't
one right out of the
smell-
water and go,
You don't smell fish unless they're old. Do you know that?
yeah.
Really?
If you get sushi and it smells fishy, that's old fish.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, but if it
aging.
doesn't smell at all,
Wow.
because fish don't smell when they're fresh out of the ocean.
They smell like ocean.
They smell like ocean. Exactly.
Rainie. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships take a lot of work, and a lot of us will drop anything to go help someone that we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat other people well, but how often do we give ourselves the same treatment? This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of your most important relationship, the one you have with yourself. You are your greatest asset. So invest the time and effort into yourself like you do for other people. Here at You Can Sit With Us, we all absolutely love therapy. The last few years have been incredibly stressful, and it's awesome to be able to just talk to someone and have a nice little sounding board. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. You Can Sit With Us is sponsored by BetterHelp, and you guys can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/sitwithus. That's BetterHelp.com/sitwithus. Who doesn't love spending less and saving more? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you maximize your saving with plans starting at just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number. You know, I was looking at Mint Mobile's plans and they're only $15 a month, which let me tell you, that is way less than I'm currently paying. It's so easy to save money with Mint Mobile. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/sitwithus. That's mintmobile.com/sitwithus. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/sitwithus. All right, what's next, Ariel? We're all getting slapped with a fish.
We're all getting slapped with a fish. None of us want to be farted on. Oh, okay. Would you rather be a tissue or toilet paper? This is Becky's worst nightmare.
I'd rather be just burned. Just thrown in the incinerator. I mean, like, I would rather be a tissue. Poo-poo is yucky. Poo-poo is yuck, yuck, yuck. And I feel like tissues go through less traumatic things. Like sometimes I just use a tissue to dab off.
I mean,
Maybe
maybe
Becky's tissue.
Just to dab off.
maybe it's tissue paper like the type they put in presents.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Oh, I love Matt
Tissue
always
for
finds a
sure.
Reframe the
loophole.
question.
Yeah.
You know what tissues make me think of? I mean, apart from like blowing like snot noses, is my grandmother used to keep tissues in her bra. Not to stuff her bra, just to have tissues, so that she like
It's always at the ready.
Yeah.
I think she used to do it with handkerchiefs. And then she just realized that tissues were easier because you could just toss them out after. You didn't have to put a nasty wet
Use
handkerchief back in your bra.
on your skin. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she would keep like crumpled up tissues in her bra. And anytime I needed a tissue as a child,
She had
was
one.
like, here
She
you
was
go.
there.
It was warm. It was like,
Moist.
it was usually clean. I think that it like my grandparents reuse napkins too. They put them under. Have I told you guys this before? It's a very funny thing that I feel like elderly people do because they just like to save things. You know, so they like grew up in a time when it like, I don't know, paper
didn't have
products were a bit
excess
more precious.
Yeah.
And so after they use a paper towel at dinner or something, if it's just, you know, like it has a little bit of red sauce from their fingers on it or something like that, or like butter, they'll fold it up and put it underneath their placemat. So it'll be there the next day. And they'll
bad
keep
idea.
using it until
Reusable.
it gets like really gross, you know, and then it gets thrown away.
Nice.
Yeah. And so the
Eco-friendly.
tissues were the
Reuse.
same way.
Reduce,
it would be
reuse.
like, as long as it didn't get like a full load of snot, if it was just like a dab or like a little something, it would go right back.
Nice.
And tissues are big. You know, you could like quadrant those out and have like 4 chances.
You could put them everywhere.
4 chances.
Anywho,
Put them everywhere.
tissue. I want to be
Tissue.
a tissue. I want to be a Puffs Plus with lotion.
Yeah. Cute.
Cute.
I love that for you.
Cute. Cute.
Cute.
Okay. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told? I feel like our listener from last week could have used one of these.
Interesting.
I would rather not be able to lie than believe everything that everyone tells me. You know? Especially with all the fake news and stuff that goes on.
Yeah, that's
Right.
I'd
true.
be like so susceptible to everything.
And you'd be so confused because everything would be contradictory.
Everything would be true, but then
Yeah.
everything would contradict itself. So then how would you reconcile that? You go crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a very trusted friend. Yeah, I feel like not being able to lie.
Yeah, I'd rather lose the ability to lie.
Because there are times when I don't want to be able to lie. I want like the sort of person that you want to be is somebody who doesn't lie, right? That's kind of the
That's true. I mean, hopefully that's true for us.
hopefully, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
What every once in a while, I feel like a white lie isn't that bad.
no,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? Like when
Like,
you
do I look fat? Yes, actually. You look like you've gained 15
Oh
pounds.
yeah. Or like if someone says like you cancel on plans and you're like, what are you supposed to say? I'm just tired and
I
I
don't
want to
wanna
go to
see you
bed.
today.
Yeah. Or like I changed my mind, I don't want to see you. You know, it's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I just don't feel well.
It's like, okay, if you couldn't lie, but you also like couldn't not say exactly what you were thinking, you know,
Like
so
no
You had to say
filter.
that everything that came to your
So
to your
then,
mind?
if you were canceling plans and they were like, "Oh, come on, why?" And you're like, "Well, you are my crazy friend, and I don't want to do cocaine with you." And blah blah blah.
What outings are you going on?
I'm just imagining. I was channeling Euphoria. I was having
Euphoria vibes.
yeah. Because those are the only plans that I can think of is like if somebody is in Euphoria.
It's
and
Euphoria
has plans.
plan.
We take her out for one weekend. She's
Right?
going to Euphoria High.
I told you, gateway.
Gateway.
She had her marijuana mint.
Okay. Would you rather have a rewind button or pause button on your life?
Rewind.
Why?
I feel like rewind is like you want to go back to relive something.
Oh, but you
or
can't
you
change
could
it.
pause, or pause is like to keep living in the current moment. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Because like when you're rewinding a tape, you can't change what's on the tape.
That's true. Okay, so maybe I would change my answer because I saw it as like, would you rather be able to, like, rewind this conversation 1 minute and then start over,
And not
or
have
would you
said
like
something.
to pause to have more time to like think about things?
That's what I was thinking too.
That's how I thought, because I'd rather have like a rewind to be able to like go back and be like, oh wait, I shouldn't have said that,
Yeah.
and then go back and say it again.
Yeah.
But if it was, would I rather live right now forever or rewind to a different time in my life and live in that time forever? I'd want to live in this time forever.
You want to live in the present.
Yeah.
But if you could rewind, change it.
But if I could rewind and change it,
You do that.
I'm doing it.
Yes.
How far back would you be okay rewinding now?
Couple minutes.
Yeah.
Couple minutes.
You wouldn't
She's
like
like-
rewind a year.
No.
She's going to rewind back until she's 6 days old, 7 days.
Just redo
When
the whole
my skin
thing.
was the freshest.
And just
No.
start putting on sunscreen.
Yeah. Immediately. Out of the womb.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Because I feel like rewinding could get dangerous. Because then
You went
you
too
might
far back.
lose certain things.
Yeah. That's why I'm only like 5 minutes.
That's
5 minutes
true.
is enough, I think,
Yeah.
to like fix most situations.
Sure. It would just be a quick, like, oh,
Should be a quick
rewind.
Yeah. You rear
I
end
spilled that drink. I'm
someone.
gonna.
Boop.
Sometimes I want to fast forward through stuff though.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever just close your eyes and you're like, I'm fast forwarding?
No.
He's doing it right now.
It's like Wes is throwing a tantrum and you're like, I'm fast forwarding.
I'm fast forwarding through this. I'm fast forwarding. There have been times when I feel like I'm doing that, where I'm just like,
You're like, ugh, not
this will be
again.
over.
Yeah.
This will be over in like 10 minutes, and then
I feel like, especially when you're traveling and stuff, it's just taking so long.
Yeah.
You're like waiting a long time for
oh
stuff.
yeah, waiting in a
So
line.
fast forward.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I absolutely. I go to a Zen place that like I could call fast forward,
Yeah.
where I just go to a Zen
It's like
place
that
and I'm
movie
like,
with Adam Sandler. What is it? Where he goes to the Best Beyond and he like
I've never.
fast forward his life.
You should watch it, Ariel. It's actually like, I think it'll make you cry. It was like much sadder than I thought it was going to be.
What's it called?
Click.
It's called Click.
Click.
I've never even heard. Usually, I've heard of the things that you guys are talking about, but I've never even heard of this.
That you guys are talking about.
You guys,
Use kids.
you crazy young
Use kids in your
children.
movies.
Yeah.
Your motion pictures.
Yeah.
Pause would be interesting because, but would the whole world pause and you wouldn't? Because then you could go around and like
That's another.
change
There's so many
things.
interpretations.
Yeah.
like
It's up to
put
you.
something in somebody's hand or put something in their pocket or something and be like, ha ha.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I knew you had that. I told you you had
I
that.
told you had it. I'm
Talk
right.
about the ultimate gaslighting area.
Oh my God.
Ay. Yeah. I think that'd be.
I think,
Clutch.
yeah, I like the rewind 5 minutes, rewind
Nice.
2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you immediately regret something, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm taking that back.
Yeah.
It's like a take back button.
Take backseat.
Did you say rewind?
I said fast forward.
Matt doesn't like to stick to the parameters of the
I
game.
give my own
He likes
interpretation,
to
you know?
play the
Okay,
Matt
so
game.
rewind, fast forward, pause, and play games with people.
Yes, pause and play games with people is the one. Okay, so we did our would you rathers. So now we have to move on to our never have I evers, and then we'll have done all the games that we were supposed to play at our sleepover.
Excellent. I do love sleepovers.
Yeah.
Lumber party.
So this is the wild pack. We're just going to do a quick little game, and then we're going to dive into some pop culture funness, some retro pop culture.
Excellent.
Okay, never have I ever eaten a bug.
Definitely have.
Definitely have.
Like on purpose.
Yeah, we went to a Hawken restaurant at Chapulines, grasshoppers, you know? And then I feel like I've had, like in Asia, you eat like the larvae and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the deep fried like tarantulas, stuff like that.
Pretty sure, not on purpose. I'm pretty sure I've like eaten a fly or two,
Okay.
just like biking or something.
Don't they say that like you swallow 8 spiders in your lifetime or something? Like when
yeah.
you're sleeping? Yeah.
Oh God, I hope it's not spiders.
Horrible.
I thought maybe.
Horrifying.
I thought
I hope
maybe
it's not
like
spiders.
like
They just crawl in
fruit
and
flies or something. Like I'll accept a fruit fly or two, but a spider?
I don't like them.
Becky?
I don't like them. Yeah, I've eaten a bug as part of like a meal,
Oh,
like a little topper.
where?
You're like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like when we were in Singapore, we ate. Thought
We eat bugs?
we ate a bug. Thought we ate a bug or two.
I like don't act like I'm very particular about food, but I am actually very particular.
Pretty
about
particular
food.
about
Yeah.
food, I would say.
Yeah, like no red meat, no pork,
No dark chicken.
no dark chicken.
Yeah, that is
I always
particular.
say is the no dark chicken.
yeah,
That is particular.
don't really
Yeah.
like, and
Yeah,
I don't like
it's funny.
I don't like gristly stuff. I don't-
Grizzly?
Yeah, like the top of the chicken that where the wing starts.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like bears. And I was like,
Yeah, I don't.
Grizzly
I
bear.
don't really like grizzly either.
Grizzly.
bears?
Say
Well, on that
whatever
note,
Ooh.
let's jump back into some pop culture news.
Woo!
Ooh, yes.
We'll let Ariel keep her secrets for a few more episodes.
You know I can't keep secrets for very long.
One day we'll get it out of
I
her.
am not a very good
True.
secret keeper when it comes to my own secrets. Other people's secrets, absolutely.
Okay.
Like I said, friends for life.
Friends for life. Speaking
Friends
about
for
life, let's think back to some major moments from the 2000s
Okay.
that we may have forgotten about and just see how thinking about them makes you feel.
Do you want to kick off 2022 with a better checking account with no monthly fees? You should check out Chime. It's an award-winning app and debit card that has no overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, monthly fees, or service fees. With over 60,000 fee-free in-network ATMs at many locations like most Walgreens, 7-Eleven, CVS, you get to access your money when you need it, where you need it. Make your first good decision of the new year and join over 10 million people using Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/sitwithus. That's chime.com/sitwithus. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Get fee-free transactions at any MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Otherwise, out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Sometimes pay anyone instant transfers can be delayed. The recipient must use a valid debit card or be a Chime member to claim funds. Vitamins and supplements are not one size fits all. That's why I love Care Of. It provides tailored guidance that evolves with you as your needs change. Care Of is a subscription-based service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. You can stay on track with your health goals thanks to Care Of's daily packs that make taking your vitamins so easy. I love just tossing them in my pocket and getting on the road. You can take a short, in-depth quiz about your health goals and lifestyle and get personally tailored recommendations based on your answers. The quiz was so easy to take. The little packs are so cute and convenient. I can throw them in my back pocket, get on with my day, and I don't have to worry about forgetting my vitamins. For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code SITWITHUS50. That's takecareof.com and enter code SITWITHUS50 for 50% off your first order.
Before we start, can you guys think of like something big in the 2000s that happened?
If we're talking all the 2000s, like big pop culture moments were like Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl
The
when Justin Timberlake was a bad man.
What did he do?
The wardrobe, quote unquote, wardrobe malfunction.
Justin Timberlake did that?
Yeah. Do you remember the gonna get you naked by the end of the song? And then he went, shh,
Oh.
and then her boobie was out.
Oh, I had no idea that Justin Timberlake was involved in that.
I mean, he did it.
Wait, what happened? Was it a live performance?
Yeah, it was at the Super Bowl.
I thought that Janet
It was like a
Jackson.
big thing. They said it like
What?
probably like hindered Janet Jackson's career.
Oh my god.
I thought that Janet Jackson just had a wardrobe malfunction. And it had nothing to do with Justin Timberlake.
So bad.
Now I feel like I have to Google it to make sure I'm not like.
I
was Janet
never
Jackson.
thought that Justin
think
Timberlake
he
was
did it. I thought he
involved.
said something about her, something that was.
Oh, that he
not
said it.
good.
Okay, let's see. Janet Jackson.
Because that would be like sexual harassment if he like pulled off her clothes
In front
the
of
middle
like the
it.
entire world.
I don't think that happened. That it would have been a much bigger deal, and Justin Timberlake never would have been able to come back from that. Anywho, when was Britney having her meltdown?
Oh, the meltdown.
Was that in the 2000s?
That was probably the 2000s.
I also feel like-
Poor
King of the
Britney.
Rise, Lady Gaga was 2000.
Yeah.
I feel like
iPhone stuff.
iPhones,
2000.
Brangelina.
I need to find out what the drama was.
Isn't
did
that
he
also
say?
when like all the stuff came out about Michael Jackson and stuff too?
Oh, right.
I guess it was just the way he talked about it after the fact
Okay,
was the controversy.
I could see that.
Um,
All right, read them up.
So one thing about the 2000s was the birth of the bracelets. Do you guys remember these bracelets? Like the Live Strong
I got the
bracelets,
Live Strong bracelet.
And then when we found out that he was doping,
right?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not
that was
good.
Isn't he with
Everybody-
Sheryl Crow? Is he still with Sheryl Crow? What's his
did
name?
he break up
No
with
clue.
his wife?
I think he like divorced his wife for Sheryl Crow.
Oh, I didn't know
Whoa,
that.
Yeah.
Cheryl.
Okay, now I gotta Google again, you
A lot
guys.
of things.
Okay, so
But then
what,
we had-
what we're realizing about the 2000s is that Becky heard a lot of things that she believed.
She created her own narrative.
Becky
She's
created
a
her own
very strong
narrative for the 2000s.
storyteller, and she created her own narrative.
I made things up. Lance Armstrong. Yeah, they began dating in 2003,
Oh,
but they did break up.
Another thing from 2000s, AIM Messenger was at its peak.
oh my gosh! Wait, no
AIM.
way.
Yeah.
Because I could have sworn that AIM Messenger was at its peak when I was in middle school, which was like 1999.
2000.
The couple did divorce in 2003, which is when I started dating Sheryl Crow.
Oh.
So maybe I heard that one correct.
Another thing, American Idol.
Ooh, American
Remember that was like kind of
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
first things where you would cast your vote for like a TV show and stuff.
Yeah,
you
Kelly
know?
Clarkson, Justin Guarini. Their little
It's
romance.
crazy to think about Kelly
Perceived
Clarkson then because
romance.
now she has like her own show and like this crazy stuff, you know?
Yeah.
She's still doing it. She's still living the
Hollywood
American Idol.
dream.
Yeah, she's really like that, like true like rags to riches Hollywood story that you see in movies. I feel like is Kelly Clarkson.
What was her like go-to song? Like, was there a song that she was famous for on Idol?
I don't think on Idol, but then, you know, then she got
Yeah.
a recording contract from American Idol.
Right. I'm just imagining like,
Wasn't the song at the end the "Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this"?
did you guys watch American Idol?
Well, back then, yeah.
I remember people would like do
do.
American Idol nights in college. I think I've maybe seen it once.
I watched it when I was younger, but probably not past those few years.
Right? Oh my God. Apple introduced the iPod in October 2001.
The
iPod.
2001.
Those were cool. Did you ever have the itty bitty like clip on one?
Yes.
For when you went running, you just like, put it on, you know?
Well, I bought it for when I would go running, and then I never went running
Never
with
went
it.
running.
Never went that
I
way.
just sort of kept it like clipped onto me. But I remember having the big iPod with the the touch. Band.
So heavy.
So heavy.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. But I would just, I would listen to all of my music on like the bus to crew practice, or, and I'd have my headphones. And I always thought those white headphones, because the hooked up white headphones, do you guys remember the commercials for those? Where it was just a shadow person,
Yes,
and
I
then
do
they had
remember
the
that.
iPod and the white headphones, and they were dancing, and I was just like, "Oh, these are iconic!
You're like, I
My
must
white
have
headphones
them.
are iconic."
I must have
People
them.
still use those.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly.
There they are.
You know?
Iconique.
Right
I
here.
know fashion.
I know fashion. I know. And then I feel like I got my first cell phone in the 2000s.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like
Did
I
you
had the
ever-
Razor.
I got the Razor too.
Yeah.
Razor.
Becky, were you cool enough to have the Razor?
I had a razor. I was notorious for losing phones, breaking phones.
Whoa. Did you guys ever have the Nokia?
No, I never had the
No.
brick.
Oh, I
had
think the
Sidekick
brick actually
thing.
might have been my first one. Oh, you had a sidekick?
Yeah.
Where it goes,
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Sidekick. And then I also, for work, I had a Blackberry too. So that was
You
like
had a
big.
Blackberry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I think I went from the Nokia brick. I had a baby blue one, where you would text with 3.
The T9.
Yeah, the
TI.
T9. And then I had 2 razors. I had a black one and a silver one. And then
No pink?
no pink. And then I went straight to the first generation iPhone.
wow.
The first
I know.
generation. Wow.
I was a first generation iPhoner.
I don't think I got the iPhone until like 4th, 5th
Yeah.
Whoa.
generation.
Were you in college?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had an iPhone until after college.
Really?
Because I couldn't be trusted was number one.
Fair.
So I often had like,
The
new
cheapest
phone, who
version.
dis? And it was always like, I had my dad's old Blackberry, like an old razor. So my parents were like, you are irresponsible. You cannot be trusted.
You get nothing.
You do not get new
Nobody can
things.
drop a phone in so many toilets.
This is why you can't have
no.
nice
Too
things.
much.
It's so easy to drop a phone in toilets, though.
I know,
It's
because in the back pocket. That's what I had to happen to
Does
me.
this happen to you? You don't
No.
take off your pants to pee.
I've never dropped my
doesn't take off his
phone in a
pants to
toilet
pee.
before.
I've had about 3. I think I lost 3.
I've thought about it happening before, and so I'll take it out of my pocket, set it down somewhere. So I've actually left it
Well, now
installed.
they're, like, water
for multiple, like
Yeah, now they're like
Resistant
waterproof.
or whatever.
True.
Yeah, I had some pretty indestructible cases for a while. I did not have like cute phones.
I like how like the waterproofness is they advertise it as being like, oh, if you splash water on it, or if you're in the pool and you want to take a picture or something. But 100% we all know it's so that if you drop it in the toilet that it's gonna live.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
When you're taking pictures in the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, taking pictures in the toilet. Also, have you guys ever tried the rice trick
Yeah,
to dry something?
Didn't work.
didn't work.
Didn't work?
No, not
No.
for me either.
What about salt?
I feel
never
like
tried
salt could get into too many crevices.
Probably true.
Because the water like
Yeah,
dissolve it or whatever.
yeah. But I've done salt for like oil spills on the floor, like at a restaurant. Like spill olive
Right?
oil.
You're spilling oil everywhere.
I know. I'm like, what kind of oil spill are you?
I own a
involved in?
tanker in the South Pacific Sea.
Oh no.
No, like if you're like at a restaurant, because we have like restaurants have like concrete floors, like kind of like here.
Right,
so if you drop something that's oily, it's
Yeah,
like a,
kinda
a
seeps
slip
in.
It's
hazard.
dangerous. Yeah. Oh,
So if you
I
put
never thought of
salt
that.
on it, it's really easy to wipe it up with a towel.
That's really interesting. Hot tip.
Hot tip.
Hot tip. The last Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was released in 2007.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like Harry Potter world is still alive today.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's
There's
new movies
multiple
coming out all the
worlds.
time.
You can go visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like theme parks. And there's still new movies coming out every couple
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I feel like Harry Potter is
crazy
going
to
to be
think.
around for a while. Even though J.K. Rowling is a turf, she's not good.
Yeah,
she is
that's
bad.
not
Yeah.
a good quality.
I feel
No,
like I've sort
bad
of
quality.
mentally separated the books from the author at this point. I know.
I
it's-
think as long as you just say she's a turf every time you talk about Harry Potter, I feel like that's kind of the way to do it. And like don't buy any new Harry Potter stuff. Because it's like if you already own the movies, you already own the books. It's not like she's making any more money off of you.
I'm sure she's
And I
making
think as long
a
as you
certain amount
acknowledge.
Right.
from Disneyland.
I mean, she's making from new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal, not Disney.
right.
What I want to know is if you guys owned a Juicy Couture velour tracksuit matching set.
I wish.
Definitely not
Oh, the 2000s. I could totally see
Oh
Becky
my
wearing
God.
that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
A velour. I wish.
A velour tracksuit.
They didn't sell those at Kohl's. So no, I didn't.
Bet they do now, Becky.
Probably. One
We're
of my
all going to get Becky
girlfriends-
one for her birthday.
Let's get one for Becky.
My girlfriend Tia has a purple like jumpsuit velour ensemble, and she wears it all the time, and I think it's so cool.
What color would we get Becky?
Pink.
You
for
think
sure.
pink?
Pink.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
could. I feel like I could see you in like teal.
Oh, teal. And it has to say juicy over the booty.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think you could probably choose what it said.
I'd want it to say booty.
Booty.
Juicy booty.
Booty on my booty. Juicy.
Juicy booty.
Juicy on your chest. Booty on your booty.
Yeah. I definitely don't miss shirts with words on them. Remember like big.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
I
still
think
even
they
wearing
still
them like a couple
exist.
years ago.
I think
they still
exist.
exist. Still
People
wear
still wear
them.
those. Yeah. Talking about, juicy. Beyonce released her first solo album in 2003.
Whoa.
2003.
Yeah.
What was on her first solo album? Halo?
I don't know. I was 13.
I don't remember either.
I wasn't really into
Because I feel like I
music.
always just think of her more as a solo person.
Then Destiny's Child.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I was into Destiny's Child, like hard.
The Horde.
And I feel like that's also the rise of like reality TV.
Oh,
It was in the
100%.
2000s.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh. Yeah. Big Brother.
Big Brother, Survivor,
Uh-huh.
all of those.
Those were
Yeah.
big ones. Do you remember The Mole? And then they had Celebrity
Yes.
Mole.
Yeah.
The online shopping industry is absolutely booming. Is your business ready to keep up with the pace? With ShipStation, you'll never worry about shipping again. Make the switch to a solution that handles all your shipping needs quickly, affordably, and painlessly. One of my girlfriends has a small business and she absolutely loves ShipStation. It's so hard to get everything shipped out in like a very convenient and easy way. It usually takes a ton of time, and that is why she is obsessed with ShipStation. You can save time by funneling all of your orders into one simple interface, no matter where you're selling. 98% of companies that use ShipStation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. It's that good. Ship more in less time with ShipStation. Use our offer code SITWITHUS to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 months free of no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in SITWITHUS. ShipStation. Make ship happen. I loved those shows. I thought they were so genius. I wish they would bring back the mole. So, do you know the mole, Rainie? Because I feel like you're probably, yeah.
What is it?
I feel like
You would
probably-
love
yeah.
it. So they had Celebrity Mole was, I liked the one with celebrities because, they were all like D-list. Like, I think Stephen Baldwin was the mole. But it was like a Survivor-esque show where one person was the mole and they needed to basically like make the teams lose every competition. So like they had to sabotage in some sort of way. And every week they would try and guess who the mole was.
That's
And that's how you
brilliant.
get voted
Brilliant
off.
concept.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
I'm gonna look
I
it up.
loved that one. I loved those like, help, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Did you ever watch
Yeah.
that one?
Yes.
That was big in Chicago because Rod Blagojevich was on it, or his family.
I'm a celebrity.
And we were like,
Get me out of here. Do
So
you guys
good.
remember the writer's strike?
oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was when like reality shows almost like overtook other shows, right?
Yeah. And we found out which late night hosts could actually write.
Right.
Who could write for real?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't think any of them. I think it was none. I think it was universally not a good time for TV.
Speaking of reality TV, was also the rise of the Kardashians.
Yes.
Kardashians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cultural phenomenon.
Did you guys watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians? when
I
you were
would
younger?
watch it sporadically when it was on, because
Yeah.
cable.
Oh
when
yeah.
It was like on TV, you know? But I was never like, ooh, I need to watch like all the episodes.
I mean, either. I was never a Kardashian baby.
Yeah, no, me neither. I remember it would be like like there are certain things that you watch in hotel rooms. I feel like for me, that's like Keeping Up with the Kardashians was maybe 10 years ago. And now it's like CSI. I love my
I think it's always
procedurals.
been HGTV stuff.
I do love HGTV.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I never watched that at home, but like
Yeah.
you could just put it on when you're in the hotel and just keep it on the whole time you're there.
Yeah.
Never turn it off.
And you could see how people, especially like looking back since like buying a house, looking back at those shows where they were like, I want a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, turnkey house, and my budget is $100,000. And you're like, what?
Like, do you live in 1960?
Yeah.
But in the middle of nowhere, you could get that.
Yeah. But those shows were always really funny to me. The Love It or Listed. And
Oh yeah.
oh my God, do you remember the home swapping show where your neighbor would come
Wife swap?
over?
Oh.
Wife swap. That was a
so,
crazy
yeah.
show. But where they would come over to your house and like your neighbor would like
Trading
redo
spaces.
would redo your living room.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was the one episode where the lady did not like it.
And now you have to live next to that person.
Uh-huh.
You watch them and you just think about the drama. You like, I don't watch them and put myself in that situation, you know? But if I put myself in that situation, oh my God. Like walking in and having your house be something that you don't love and you're like,
It's like carpeted
What am I
ceilings.
supposed to do?
I think that's what happened to the one lady who didn't like it is they put something like shaggy on the walls and she like walked in and she just went like, I'm sorry, I have to go go outside.
You're going to be fixing
And
it.
she just said like, she just kept saying she had to leave the room. And I was like,
well, because also you're like, I'm assuming that the neighbors are not interior designers. So they're just like, let's do this.
yeah, I think they like worked with,
They're supposed to have a helper.
yeah, the host was
design
that
stuff.
one lady who always did those HGTV shows with the other guy.
I don't know her.
I don't remember their
Which
names.
lady?
But the guy did the Move That Bus show.
Yes.
I remember that one. Home
Yes.
Makeover.
Extreme
Extreme
Edition.
Home Makeover.
Extreme Edition Home Makeover.
Yeah.
And then there's also like, that's when the like cleaning TV started to
organizing
become
TV
Oh, yeah.
popular. Like I remember Niecy Nash was on a show and it was like
Yes.
clean house, you know, and she would go
And
in and
the
help
hoarder
people.
shows.
Yeah. And all the
Hoarder
hoarder
Oh,
shows.
shows.
And
Hoarders.
Storage Wars.
Mm.
You guys ever
Yeah.
watch Storage Wars? Oh, I loved those.
Yeah, Storage Wars was good.
they
I
got
watch
good
Intervention
stuff.
sometimes, but it always made me sad.
Oh my God, Intervention. Yeah.
Is that
Intervention
about
was really
hoarders?
sad.
No, that
No,
was
it
like
was about, it was
drug
like
addiction.
drug addicts. Yeah.
And their family would come.
Yeah. And have an intervention.
Yeah.
Sounds really
And then at the end, they would show you whether or not the person they
Made
were
it.
like happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. was
Also, speaking of good reality TV, RuPaul's Drag Race
Hey,
Yeah, winner,
debuted
baby.
February 2nd, 2009.
wow. So what season are they on now?
13, 14.
Yeah, 13, 14.
Yeah.
I think it's 14 maybe.
That
It's a
would
lot of
add up.
seasons.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's
Yeah.
also like all these other spinoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been a fan for 2 years now. Matt's an OG. Matt and
Yeah.
Eugene.
Oh my God, forever. Yeah, we watched it when it first came on.
Wow.
So many drag queens.
So many. That's so many drag queens.
So many drag queens. Well, now it's like an international phenomenon because now they have Drag Race UK, Drag Race Italia,
Right.
Drag Race Spain, Drag Race Thailand.
Yeah.
What's that show that Heidi Klum was on?
Project Runway.
Project
Oh, Project Runway. That was
Project
good
Runway.
too.
I used to love that show.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I watched the season with Christian Soriano. Mm-hmm. He was so good.
And then what about like Catfish? I feel like Catfish is a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Never saw it.
You never saw Catfish, the documentary?
With,
I think I heard about it, and I know what catfishing is.
Did you know? I learned in this this podcast that Nick Ruffco told me to listen to. The word catfish was not used before the documentary Catfish. It was a story that the guys or the gal who was catfishing the guy, her husband told a story about catfish in a barrel that kept these like fish alive, which is like not, I don't think it was like based in any kind of fact, but he was kind of doing that to describe why she was doing what she was doing. But that is the first time that catfish became,
the birth of Catfish.
in the
That's
vernacular.
really interesting.
That's crazy.
I remember watching Catfish with like my roommates in college,
Right?
and like all sitting around and being like just screaming because
Yeah.
it was one of those things that like we had, like you had to be there watching it, like you had to watch it when it was on.
yeah.
Right.
It was like
And then people were so crazy. Like wild that they would believe.
all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it spawned into a TV show.
Yeah.
And then there's the show like Love is Blind, where they like intentionally put people in to catfish other people.
I think that's a really funny way to describe Love is
I
Blind.
was like, really?
I don't think that's the intention of the show. It's just you date without seeing the other person until you're ready to propose.
But they do put, I remember the first season that I watched of that, which was probably the only season I watched of that. They put like somebody in there who said that he was like female when he was male. or something like that.
I think you're thinking of The Circle.
That's the circle.
Oh,
yeah.
For sure.
you're right.
That's The Circle.
I
yeah.
was thinking of The Circle.
Where
You were
people
correct.
could catfish to try and stay
Yeah.
the longest.
Because then you're only in a virtual world.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
And you're
you can do
not
whatever you
trying
wanna
to
be
fall
the
in
virtual
love.
world.
You're just trying to be the most likable.
Living in the metaverse, you know?
Got it. Got it.
Jesus.
Another good TV show from the early 2000s was Game of Thrones.
Yes. Oh, Becky has. Becky never watched
yeah,
it.
Becky, you're
But you know what? I don't like being left out of things. So I would read season synopses every time a season finished so that I could kind of know what was going on.
well, guess what? It's not too late.
And I did watch Red Wedding, whatever that means. I watched that episode.
You watched that
There was
by
an
episode.
accident.
What if?
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like it was such a cultural phenomenon that would you go back and watch it?
I actually did watch the first season.
Yeah.
I just like couldn't understand what anyone was saying.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not very into like medieval type shows.
I mean, it's more
Don't,
about like
pique my
the crazy
interest.
production value and
Yeah.
like
Right.
the multiple storylines over like a 9-year period. Like it's like, you know,
Yes. I do think it was a full moment. And I think it really upped
just
the
like
TV watching
Downton
game.
Abbey, you know,
Downton Abbey.
Oh, I know.
and now like the Gilded Age. But this is, you know, that's not early 2000s. Sorry. Digress.
We digress.
We
Did you
digress.
watch Downton Abbey, Ariel?
Oh, for sure.
Downton
Yeah,
Abbey's so
absolutely.
good.
When
feel like-
Matthew died. Oh my god.
So
Ariel,
sad.
spoiler.
Guys,
what if
it's
people don't
Man,
know?
it's like 10 years ago. It's like a little,
They're on their second movie.
can't be spoiled anymore.
That's like saying
25
that's
Christmas
like saying
specials
that there
later.
Are, that's like saying that there are dragons in Game of Thrones. You know, it's like
Okay, that's true. That's true.
it happens at the end, the very end of the first season. I don't think it's a spoiler anymore.
That was also like the birth of like the Shonda Rhimes regime
Shonda-
too, you know,
oh my
like
God. Shonda
the Grey's
Rhimes.
Anatomy stuff and all that.
And
It was so good. I remember watching that.
Scandal. When Scandal first came out, I was like,
Yeah.
Scandal. This is the best show I've ever watched.
Seriously.
And then they
The
did
best
a
show
par-
I've ever watched.
Yeah, they did a parody of it in Dear White People, and it is so funny. That's the end of it. They just parody it. They're watching it on TV. They like watch it every Thursday, and you always get like a little clip, but it's always like, "Yeah, screw me on this table, Mr. President," because that's basically like Scandal's first season was pretty
Yeah, absolutely.
Scandalous.
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 2000 was also the death of Blockbuster and the rise of Netflix.
All right, people.
I could have sworn Blockbuster died earlier than that.
I used to love.
I think
Blockbuster.
Netflix went more
I used to
streaming
love
in
Blockbuster
2007, 2009, I want to say.
We would go to Blockbuster like every Friday.
Right?
Pick out like 3
Always.
videos.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
On the way home, always. Has your little Blockbuster card?
Do you know Keith was accused of shoplifting from a Blockbuster one?
The empty containers or whatever, the empty
I forget. It was some like weird movie, but the guy said he stole it, and his dad was like, "Why do you think my son stole this?" And it turned out he didn't steal it because who steals a movie from Blockbuster?
Right.
But it was one of my more favorite stories of Keith. Like young nerdy Keith accused of stealing a DVD.
Did he steal the candy or the actual? No.
Do you remember when they had the Pokemon game that was in Blockbuster sometimes?
No.
Oh, it was like you could take pictures of the Pokemon in the wild. It was
No
cute.
idea what she's talking about. Do you know what
No.
Becky's talking
It was
about?
cute.
And I feel like
don't
I
know
didn't
what
have a
this
phone
is.
with a camera for a really long time. So.
No, you didn't do it. It wasn't on your phone. It was at it was like a little stand that you went in. Like almost like an arcade game.
I don't think I knew what
No
Pokemon
clue.
was until like after
5
high
years ago.
school.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
I was not a Pokemon person.
I was not a Pokemon
I'm
person.
still not a Pokemon
I went to
person.
Pokemon birthday parties.
Oh my God.
Becky's
But I
a
didn't
lot
like
younger
play
than
with
me.
Fanatic, I guess.
Pokemon.
Oh, right.
No, but Keith's your age, or maybe like a year younger than you.
But
It's your
Keith
age.
didn't get into Pokemon until like not that long ago, right?
Yeah, but he knew what they were.
Wow. They didn't go to
he
Pokemon
had them when he
birthday
was
parties.
younger.
Well, the 2000s was a beautiful time.
I mean, it really set this millennium up for success. You know what I mean?
it
I think
did.
so.
Yeah.
I think so. This is a successful millennium.
Successful millennium. The aughts.
Yeah.
You
The
ought
aughts.
to know.
Our aught candle over here.
Yeah. That's me.
You're an aught candle. I think I actually learned about the aughts on this podcast from Rachel. I'd literally never heard that word before. And now I will refuse to call the 2000s anything other than the early aughts.
I feel like I'd heard it, but I honestly maybe didn't know what it meant.
Rachel said it once, and I was like,
Sold. Sold.
I'll use that.
Because I would just say the 2000s. I'd say the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Or Y2K.
Y2K.
The thing that never happened.
Right? The thing that never happened.
Yeah.
Did you guys like prep for Y2K?
No.
I was
10.
I think we backed up all of our hard drives because
Well, that makes sense.
there was just we were like, why not? If something happens, we didn't think anything like warfare type was going to happen. We thought it was going to be more of a glitch in the system where
all the computers go.
where everything would have to reset because they had to maybe the time didn't go back that far. And so
lose all your school papers.
Why you're on the mainframe?
All those pictures and what if I have to redo my AIM username? What if it's taken?
It's taken.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it was one of those things where now we know so much more about technology on a base level that I don't know if that could happen again. But we hope not.
For year 3000, let's wait and see, Becky.
We'll wait
don't know.
and see. How old will we be in the year 3000?
Old enough.
Old enough to know how it's going to go.
Oh no. Well, on that note, you guys, that's the end of our episode. The end of our sleepover episode. The end of Y2K. We've ended it. We've solved Y2K.
It's
We're waiting
over.
for Y3K.
It's over.
Y3K is coming.
We're only looking into the future now. Just so you know.
Yeah. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for sitting with us during our second sleepover episode, even though we weren't in our Jemmy Gems.
I mean, I could sleep in this.
Yeah, you could sleep in that for sure. I wouldn't sleep in jeans because I'm not, insane. But I could sleep in this hoodie.
That's not a hoodie.
Sweater.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that's a crew neck. That's fully a crew neck, right? I'm wearing a sweater. You are wearing a crew neck, and you are wearing a crew neck because it's cold outside. Rainie, our summertime fairy,
Our summer baby.
is wearing
jeans though.
She's wearing
jeans. Yep,
The first
with
time.
sandals.
The first time.
I swear to God, our Saturday human over here.
Our little Saturday of sunshine. Rainie, just a shout out to you. Thanks for all of these amazing podcast ideas you've been getting us and all of the work you've been doing behind the scenes.
Gosh, thank you. I
Yes.
love you can sit with us. Huge fan.
Been listening since the beginning.
Yes. And on that note, everyone, we'll see you next time. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure you're peeing after sex. Make sure you're getting vaccinated and boosted.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves. And
Don't sleep with
your friends' exes.
Let's try that again.
Don't sleep with your friends' exes.
Bye.